So we want to talk about the 2019 real estate market, do we? Well, I've got some important news that you're going to want to watch and you're going to want to listen to, and it's coming up right now. Hey, it's Ken here with Keller Williams. Can you believe it's 2019? 2018, it's gone, and we are moving forward into 2019. Now, I've had a lot of people, colleagues and friends, clients, past clients, future clients, ask me, hey, Ken, what do you think is going to happen in 2019 with regards to the real estate market? It's a very good question. The challenge that I have with it is that it is very selective to where you live. Now, I don't have any notes or postcards or anything that I'm gonna read off of. I'm not here to give you any stats, but I'm here to have a one-on-one conversation directly with you. Because if you're thinking about making a move, whether you're buying or selling, maybe you know somebody that's gonna be making a move, this information that I feel I can give you is very important. I want to start off the video by saying that the 2019 real estate market is going to be pretty balanced. You can stop watching. No, wait, please don't. It's going to be a balanced market. Now, there's going to be some pockets in Canada that are going to experience, in my opinion, what I think is going to be some downs, some lows, and there's going to be some pockets that are going to actually experience some highs. The real estate market in Canada is extremely complicated, very complicated. Let's talk about it for one quick second. We have a demographic of baby boomers, people that I consider over the age of 50, that are in the process of moving out of their larger home or a home they've been in for a very long period of time. That's number one. Number two, we have a significant inflow of immigration into Canada. And these people, a majority of them, need to have some cash, some equity, some money to come into this country, and they need to invest it into a business and buy a house and do all these things. So we have immigration coming in. Number three, and this really affects the major markets like Toronto and Montreal and Vancouver, we have foreign investment. Now, that's sort of dried up a little bit, so it's not a huge factor today, but there is that third piece of the pie that is still contributing a little bit to how our real estate market is functioning. Number four, we have the millennials, the dreaded millennials. They now are between, well, the average millennial, 18 to 35, but a majority of them are married or in significant relationships. They have dual income, and I believe truly that the average income statistic is different than what's necessarily reported based on where you are and where you live. I believe that the average income for a household is between $100,000 and $150,000 if there's two people there. One person's making 60 and the other person's making 50. Pick the numbers up and down. I think the average household income in the local GTA, which where this video, I'm focusing the information that I have on, is relevant. So there's four different major categories, major pockets, major, I don't know the right word, but there's four different areas that are influencing the marketplace. Demographics necessarily isn't the right word I want to use, but I think you understand what I'm saying. There's four different types of people that are influencing the market. So, what does this mean for you if you're contemplating making a move in 2019? Now, it's different if you're a buyer versus a seller. So if you're gonna go ask somebody, hey, what do you think the market's gonna be like? Well, that depends. Are you buying or are you selling? Let's address the sellers. If you are planning on listing your home, you're planning on coming on the market in the first 3 months of 2019, I can say for certain, in my opinion, that we're gonna have a fairly balanced real estate market. After March, nobody knows. There are so many factors that come into play, and I'm going to address them in the next part here. So you have 3 months to get into a balanced real estate market. Now, what does that mean? Listings are actually, inventory's fairly low. There's not that many people coming on the market. And there's a few reasons for that, but I think the main reason is, one, there's buyer fatigue. There's a lot of people that have purchased and aren't moving anymore. But I think number 2 is a lot of people are scared because they don't think they're gonna be able to find a house that they're gonna move to. You have to get out of that mentality. There's always a place to go. There will always be a place to go. That's number 1 as to why you should be listing in the next 3 months. Number 2 is, if you wait, you're missing a lot of people that are into the spring market. And the spring market, to me, starts middle of January. People are like, what? Wait a minute, that's not spring. You're right, but the actual true buyers that are out in the market that are gonna start looking don't wanna miss a potential deal. So they're gonna start looking in the middle of January. They may not purchase something until March or April, but they're gonna start looking. So if your home is properly positioned to attract the right buyer, you're going to have success with the sale of your home. Now, it's not just that simple. And for sellers, price is everything. I can't hammer this home enough. If you are priced incorrectly, too high, you will not get any showings and you will not sell your house. It's just that simple. There's no other way to talk about it. That's just it. As a buyer, you are wanting to look at homes that have good value. For example, a home in 2016 and into early 2017 would sell for, I'm picking a random number, $500,000. Today, that same home is potentially selling for $20,000 to $30,000 less. We had a huge peak in 2016 and early 17. So, but let me tell you something. If you bought before 2016, your home has appreciated and maintained appreciation. If you bought in 2016 or early 17, you have to talk to a real estate professional and make sure that you get proper advice, because your home might have depreciated off the major highs from that time period. But that's a small part of the population, very small. So if you're thinking about selling, if you are thinking about buying, it's actually a great time to do both. There's less listings for sellers, so that means you have less competition. And as a buyer, there's less buyers right now because it's not the spring market. People aren't out actively looking in droves. There's not a ton of people looking. So you can actually find a very good deal when you go to sell your home. Now, the one question I get a lot is, should I sell my house first or should I buy? In a balanced market, if your criteria to purchase after you've sold your new home isn't crazy, you can put your home up on the market and get a 60 to 90 day closing period. It's possible. But I would recommend that you start to look to purchase first. Now, it doesn't mean you have to purchase first, but if you start to see properties that, hey, I'm interested in this one, yeah, that could work, then it's time to get your house on the market and get it properly listed, marketed, and sold by me. So that being said, my prediction, my outlook, the forecast for 2019, I think we have 3 months of a balanced real estate market. The Bank of Canada, let me talk about this real quick. The Bank of Canada is probably gonna raise interest rates. Again, if they don't, that means we're going downward in an economic, I don't want to say recession, but we're trending downwards. I don't think we're going to enter a recession until we figure out what happens with the US elections in 2020. I think if the Republicans stay in power, the gravy train will kind of keep moving. And I think if the Democrats get in, there could be a recession. Just because of different tax things and all that kind of stuff. Depending on what happens with our elections here, there's similar excuse me, similar things that can happen. So From my educated standpoint, and my educated standpoint is reading a bunch of different news sources, seeing a bunch of different stats, and then trying to compile relevant information based on what I've researched. I think that 2019, we're gonna see the banks raise interest rates if the economy stays stable. I'm hoping that they relax some of the restrictions on qualifying. To me, the biggest thing, forget interest rates, forget them. I think the biggest thing that has affected how people purchase a home is how to qualify. 15% less people could qualify for a mortgage. That could very well qualify. It's becoming very challenging. So we have higher prices, less qualification, less people being able to qualify. Here we are. So in short, I'm hoping to keep this less than 15 minutes. That is the 2019 real estate prediction, real estate market outlook. And I think that if you're thinking about selling, it's a great time. You need to work with an agent who has a very good grasp of the market, of the neighborhood, but more importantly, that knows how to properly market your home. Meaning, they're not just gonna throw it up on realtor.ca and say, let's cross our fingers and hope it sells. There is a strategic marketing plan that goes from social media to offline marketing to crazy open houses to, there's a lot of things to get the right buyer, to make sure you get the price for your home and you get it sold in a timely manner. If you're purchasing, you're gonna wanna work with an agent that understands the market, understands what's happening, not just in the market, in the economy, the neighborhood, can negotiate, can make sure that you get the right house at the right price. So I'm asking you, what are your thoughts on the 2019 real estate market? What do you think is gonna happen? Do you feel that my market outlook is correct or on point? Do you have a different outlook? I would love to hear everybody's opinions. Comment below, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. That being said, this video is over. Thank you so much. 2019, we are back. I've got so much content coming out. We've got a lot of deals that are gonna be happening, a lot of things that are in the works, so stay tuned. If you're thinking about making a move, whether you're buying or selling, I would love to work with you. I am the agent to make sure that your real estate transaction goes quickly, it goes smoothly, and the stress and anxiety of it all, it's just not there. Listen, have a great day, have an awesome 2019, and I will talk to you soon.